Welcome to our journey back in time, to an era before the dinosaurs roamed the earth, an age before the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, before the towering Brachiosaurus, before even the swift velociraptors. Today we venture into a world equally bizarre and wondrous, a world populated by creatures that seem almost alien to our modern eyes. We explore the strange and fascinating creatures that thrived in the ancient seas, swamps, and forests of the Paleozoic and early Mesozoic eras. We begin our journey in the Permian period, some 295 million years ago. This era, often overshadowed by the more famous Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, was a time of significant evolutionary advancements and dramatic environmental changes. The land is dominated by reptiles, but not quite the reptiles we know today. These early reptiles were diverse and adapted to a variety of ecological niches, setting the stage for future evolutionary developments. Here we find Dimetrodon, a creature that seems to have sprung from the pages of a fantasy novel. With its unique appearance and fascinating adaptations, Dimetrodon captures our imagination and offers a glimpse into the complexity of prehistoric life. Imagine, if you will, a lizard-like beast, but with a towering sail erupting from its back, a structure composed of elongated vertebral spines connected by a membrane of skin. This sail is one of the most distinctive features of Dimetrodon, and it has intrigued scientists for decades. This sail, we believe, played a crucial role in the animal's life. It wasn't just for show, it had practical functions that were vital for the survival of Dimetrodon in its environment. It may have acted as a thermoregulatory device, allowing Dimetrodon to absorb heat from the sun during the day and dissipate it at night. This ability to regulate its body temperature would have given Dimetrodon a significant advantage in the fluctuating temperatures of the Permian period. This gave it a distinct advantage in the harsh Permian climate. The environment of the Permian period was characterized by extreme conditions, with vast deserts and fluctuating temperatures, making survival a constant challenge. But the sail may have served another purpose as well, a beacon for attracting mates or intimidating rivals. In the competitive world of the Permian, such displays could mean the difference between reproductive success and failure. Dimetrodon itself could grow to lengths of over 10 feet, making it a formidable predator in its time. Its size alone would have made it a dominant force in its ecosystem, but it also had other adaptations that made it an efficient hunter. Its powerful limbs and sharp teeth allowed it to hunt down a variety of prey, from amphibians to smaller reptiles. These physical traits, combined with its strategic use of the sail, made Dimetrodon a versatile and effective predator. Though it resembled the dinosaurs that would come much later, Dimetrodon was, in fact, more closely related to us, belonging to a lineage known as synapsids, the ancestors of mammals. This connection to our own evolutionary history makes Dimetrodon not just a fascinating creature of the past, but a crucial piece of the puzzle in understanding the origins of mammals. Next, we travel even further back in time to the Carboniferous period, approximately 345 to 290 million years ago. This era, named for the vast coal beds that formed from its dense forests, was a pivotal chapter in Earth's history. The Carboniferous period was marked by a warm climate and high humidity, creating an environment where plant life could thrive like never before. This was a time when the Earth was cloaked in lush rainforests, a paradise for the evolution of life on land. The air was thick with the scent of vegetation, and the ground was a carpet of mosses and ferns. Towering trees reached for the sky, creating a dense canopy that filtered the sunlight. Here, amongst the giant ferns and towering trees, lived a creature that still inspires awe and perhaps a touch of fear: Arthropleura. This enormous invertebrate roamed the forest floor, navigating through the thick undergrowth with ease. Imagine a millipede, but on a scale that defies imagination. Arthropleura was a true giant, its body segmented and armored, moving with a grace that belied its size. Arthropleura could grow to lengths of over 8 feet, making it the largest land invertebrate ever known. To put that into perspective, that's longer than the average human height, and its sheer size would have made it a dominant presence in its environment. Its segmented body, protected by a tough exoskeleton, allowed it to move with surprising agility through the undergrowth. Each segment was equipped with a pair of legs, giving it remarkable stability and control as it navigated its prehistoric world. What did this behemoth eat in this prehistoric Eden? The lush vegetation of the Carboniferous period provided a bountiful feast for many creatures, and Arthropleura was no exception. Despite its fearsome appearance, Arthropleura was most likely a herbivore. Its powerful mandibles adapted for grinding up plant matter. It would have feasted on the abundant plant life using its strong jaws to break down tough vegetation. Fossil evidence suggests that it may have fed on the spores and soft tissues of ferns, which were plentiful in its environment. These plants provided the necessary nutrients for Arthropleura to grow to its enormous size, perhaps even supplementing its diet with decaying wood. The forest floor was littered with fallen trees and plant debris, offering a rich source of food for this giant invertebrate. The Carboniferous was a time of high oxygen levels, which scientists believe may have contributed to the gigantism we see in Arthropleura and other invertebrates of the time. The increased oxygen levels allowed these creatures to grow larger than their modern counterparts, creating a world where giants roamed the earth. Chapter 3. Gorgonops, the Saber-Toothed Terror. Now we return to the late Permian, around 260 million years ago. This was a time of dramatic change on our planet, a period that set the stage for the rise and fall of many incredible creatures. The lush rainforests of the Carboniferous have given way to drier, more challenging environments. These new landscapes were harsh and unforgiving, demanding adaptation and resilience from the creatures that inhabited them. Here we encounter a creature that embodies the ferocity of this changing world, Gorgonops. This apex predator was a master of its domain, perfectly adapted to the rigors of its environment. Gorgonops was a predator of the first order, a hunter built for speed and power. Its agility and strength made it a formidable force, capable of taking down prey with precision and efficiency. It belonged to a group known as the Gorgonopsids, mammal-like reptiles that were among the top predators of their time. These creatures were the precursors to mammals, bridging the gap between reptiles and the mammals that would later dominate the Earth. What truly set Gorgonops apart were its teeth, particularly its elongated canine teeth, which protruded from its upper jaw like the fangs of a saber-toothed cat. These teeth were not just for show, they were deadly weapons. These formidable weapons could inflict devastating wounds, allowing Gorgonops to bring down prey much larger than itself. Its hunting strategy was brutal and effective, ensuring its place at the top of the food chain. Its powerful legs and sleek, muscular body allowed it to chase down its victims with terrifying speed. Gorgonops was not just a predator, it was a relentless pursuer, capable of outlasting and outpacing its prey. Gorgonops was a highly successful predator, but its reign was not to last. Despite its prowess, it could not escape the fate that awaited many of its contemporaries. It was one of the many creatures that perished in the cataclysmic event known as the Permian extinction, the greatest mass extinction in Earth's history. This event wiped out nearly 90% of all species, reshaping the course of life on our planet forever. Chapter 4. Tiktaalik, the fish that walked. We now journey to the Devonian period, approximately 375 million years ago, a time of great evolutionary upheaval, a time when life was making its first tentative steps onto land. In the shallow waters of ancient rivers and lakes, we find a creature that embodies this pivotal transition, Tiktaalik. Tiktaalik was a fish, but a fish unlike any we know today. It possessed gills and scales like a fish, but it also had a flattened head and strong bony fins that allowed it to prop itself up in shallow water. Most remarkably, Tiktaalik had a neck, a feature absent in its fish ancestors. This allowed it to move its head independently of its body, a crucial adaptation for life on land. Scientists believe that Tiktaalik used its strong fins to navigate the shallows, perhaps even pulling itself onto land for brief periods, much like a modern mudskipper. It was a creature caught between two worlds, a testament to the incredible power of evolution to bridge the gap between water and land. Chapter 5. Edaphosaurus, a gentle giant with a sail. Our final stop takes us back to the Permian period, where we encounter another creature with a distinctive sail on its back, Edaphosaurus. Edaphosaurus was a close relative of Dimetrodon, but unlike its carnivorous cousin, Edaphosaurus was a herbivore. It grazed on the abundant plant life of the Permian, its small head and blunt teeth adapted for stripping leaves from stems. The purpose of Edaphosaurus's sail remains a mystery, but it likely served a similar function to that of Dimetrodon, aiding in thermoregulation or perhaps playing a role in display. Edaphosaurus was a gentle giant, its life a stark contrast to the predatory world of Gorgonops. It lived in herds, its sail perhaps serving as a visual signal to other members of its kind. Like Dimetrodon, Edaphosaurus fell victim to the Permian extinction, its lineage extinguished along with countless others. Outrow a farewell to the forgotten. As we've seen, the world before the dinosaurs was a place of incredible diversity, a crucible of evolution where life experimented with a dazzling array of forms. But this ancient world was not to last. The Great Dying or Permian extinction wiped out most of these strange creatures around 252 million years ago, paving the way for the rise of dinosaurs in the Triassic period. But the legacy of these bizarre animals lives on, a testament to the resilience of life, and a reminder that our planet has a long and endlessly fascinating history. These bizarre animals prove that life on Earth has always been full of surprises. Which of these would you want to see in action?